Good morning.
Good morning. Happy New Year.
Yes, indeed. Welcome to 2024 and to our worship service this morning, which is a combined service between this congregation, Northwest Unitarian Universalist, and the First UU Church of Detroit. We are gathered this morning both virtually and in person as one connected community. I am Diana Kohler, and I am the worship leader for this morning's service. We also welcome Julie Stevens on her first official Sunday with Northwest as our accompanist. Julie's goal is to nurture adults and youth in the expression of music through high quality and diverse training that has roots in the standard music of the past and embraces the music being written today. She has been an active member of several worship teams and has experience composing and arranging service music, soloing, substituting, and coordinating guest musicians. If you are a visitor online and would like Northwest to stay in touch with you, please fill out the visitor form that appears in the chat box. If you're with us in person and would like us to stay in touch with you, you can fill out the visitor sign-in form in the atrium. Please greet your neighbors now with a wave from wherever you are. And that camera is where the folks online can see our faces. We have a few announcements. More information is available in our newsletter and on our website. You are invited to join us for conversation and refreshments for coffee hour this morning in the multipurpose rooms, and it's been hosted by our Youth Programs Committee and our youth, I think. Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service will be a combined program of First UU Detroit and Northwest's religious education programs next Sunday, January 14th from 10 to noon. Youth under 18 years old are invited to join us at Cass Community Social Services to volunteer in their kitchen and beyond. Capacity is limited to 25 people, so please respond to Marley Seacrest or Eva Leventer with the name of your children, their ages, and any designated adults to plan on going. Our SVPs will be accepted until capacity is reached. Childcare will be available at First UU if we exceed capacity, as well as for children who are too young to participate. Details and logistics will be provided to you after you respond. A shared ministry update. Creating something brand new means that there is no instructional manual process. We all know that now. And I'm pleased to report that a team of folks from First UU Detroit and Northwest have arrived at a contract for Reverend Julie with the help of Reverend David Pyle. And our boards will be meeting this week to approve those contracts. Reverend Pyle will return to Northwest for a joint worship service Sunday, February 25th to preach a sermon and talk about how things are going. Before we begin the prelude, let's all just take a deep breath and settle into this time of worship.
I always say that when the musicians play, I get to go to church. And Julie, I have to say, during that piece, my body started deep breathing, like unintentionally. And I settled into the space. And I arrived here in this new year with you. And I am grateful. We begin our worship services with a land acknowledgement. We honor and pay our respects to the land which we live and work, which was violently stolen through colonialism, genocide, and forced removal of its traditional stewards. These stewards are the Anishinaabeg, the Council of the Three Fires, which include the Ottawa, Ojibwe, and Potawatomi, also known as the Ottawa, Chippewa, and Potawatomi tribes. We also acknowledge the people of African descent who were forcibly removed from their land and separated from their families through kidnapping and enslavement, and pay reverence and respect to them for building this country's infrastructure and economy with no compensation or reparations as to date.
We light our chalice, the symbol of our faith, knowing that this morning many other Unitarian Universalist congregations are doing the same. Let us consider the words of Reverend Sylvia L. Howe. We bid you welcome on this first Sunday of the new year. Like Janus, we gather with part of us looking backward and part of us looking forward. We gather on the edge of the new year, saddened by our losses, cherishing our joys, experiencing aware of our failures, mindful of days gone by. We gather on the cusp of this new year, eager to begin anew, hopeful for what lies ahead, promising to make changes, anticipating tomorrows and tomorrows. We invite you to join our celebration of life, knowing that life includes both good and bad, endings and beginnings. We bid you welcome. Hymn is Morning Has Broken, number 38 in your gray hymnal. You are invited to rise in body or spirit to join in singing. One purpose of a religious community is to encourage all who gather to grow more generous in spirit and action. This is the great end of all of the world's major faith traditions, to bring the human closer to the divine by acts of creation and compassion. We now take an offering that allows us to exercise that generosity of spirit. Every other month through the year, Northwest shares half of its plate collections with the Southfield Emergency Needs Fund, which helps Southfield residents overcome personal hurdles in moments of crisis. You can give in a variety of ways that will be visible on your screen in just a minute. And for those of us who are here in person, we will pass our collection baskets.
Thank you. It was beautiful. I want to thank Diana for filling in for me this morning. I'm feeling a little peaked. My dog Baxter's New Year's resolution on New Year's Eve was not to trip me again this year. So the reading today is by Reverend Beth Monholland, Carry Each Other into the New Year. In this new year, may we leave behind the weight of unfulfilled resolutions, of unrealized dreams, and of unrealistic expectations. May we unpack the heavy weight of stories that we tell us that we are unworthy and unlovable. May we remember that we each carry inside of us a spark of the divine. In this new year, may we carry kindness, gentleness, and hope that hold us even though even the hardest days and the most daunting risks. May we carry the weight of memory that reminds us of who we are, and the weight of spirit that reminds us that we are still becoming. May we carry the seed of knowledge that teaches us that improvement and growth aren't linear and individualistic, but are cyclical and communal. May we carry the wisdom to seek rest and connection, to lean into mutual care. May we carry the certain belief that when we have patterns of thinking and behaving that harm ourselves and others, we can seek resources that will help us move towards healing. May we carry the knowledge that happiness and success take many shapes, and one of those shapes is purpose. May we carry purpose lightly, trusting that it changes and evolves and surprises us. May we carry curiosity, wonder, and the ability to be surprised. This year, may we carry space for all of our flaws, all of our longings, and all of our love, remembering that the truly daring adventure of life is not to be better, best, but to show up wholly, authentically, and lovingly as ourselves. May we carry these thoughts and carry each other into the new year.
Hymn is going to be number 58, Ring Out Wild Bells. We have a wonderful new musician who started to play through it and said, this is not an easy hymn to sing. Why don't I just substitute a tune everyone knows for the same words? I didn't even know you could do that. So we're going to sing the words to number 58, Ring Out Wild Bells, but it's going to be to the tune of the hymn that you heard during the offertory. Rise in body and or spirit. Please be seated. Sources of radiance and resilience. Keep watch with those who work or watch or weep this night. May the suffering be soothed. May the sick be tended. May the weary find rest. May the dying and those who love them find peace. May the joyous be shielded. And may all know that we are surrounded in a love that is with us always, a web that connects us to all that exists. May we take a few moments of silence to be with each other in this space, to connect with each other, with this space, and with what is beyond. We are often invited to make New Year's resolutions, aren't we? We're often invited to say, oh, a calendar date has passed, and so suddenly I should be able to fundamentally transform a part of myself that I have been struggling with, or put in a completely new routine in which I have never done before because the 31st of December has passed on the calendar. I think that this sets us up. I think this sets us up for unrealistically expecting that, especially in a time when our bodies, when the earth is telling us that our bodies should be at rest, we will suddenly invigorate our lives with something completely new that has a whole lot of should packed on it. I like New Year's intentions. The point of ritual is not to completely change yourself. The point of ritual is to remind us who we are and begin to normalize who we want to be, usually best done in community. So today, I would like all of us to take a moment, not to imagine that we will completely transform ourselves, be something we're not, or put pressure on who we are going to be or how we will behave in the new year, but to let go of what's no longer serving us, to fill up with that which does feed us, to set forth an intention into the universe, and to center ourselves in this sacred space. Let go, fill up, send forth, and center. In order to do this, we have set up 4 different ritual stations based on the elements of the earth, because I want to remind everyone, even though our world and our society and our economic systems don't agree, that we are come from an agrarian people, and this is the time of year that we should be calm in our bodies, that we should be resting. So we are going to use the elements of the earth to remind ourselves of that. Over here we have the water station. Water is cleansing. It is the station to help us let go. I'll show you how in a minute. Over here we have the station of earth. Earth is solid. It is from which we draw our sustenance. This is the station of filling up. Out here, over here, we have the fire station. Fire is transmutive. Fire is what allows us to, gives us energy and action. This is the send forth station. And this is wind. Wind is the station of breath. Excuse me. Wind is the station of breath. It is the station of breathing and centering. I am going to walk the folks on Zoom through these stations right now. And then I'd like to invite all of you to come up, or if you need these stations to come to you, raise your hand, and we'll make sure that happens. So we're going to walk the folks on Zoom through these stations right now, but I would like Eli and Joanne and Eric to come up and take their stations. Joanne is our water goddess. I will be she of earth. Eli will tend the fire. And Eric is going to be wind, but Eric, can you be windy behind the station? Maybe we need to move the microphone. And Julie, I wonder if maybe you could start after we do the Zoom, when we end with Eric. That'd be great, thank you so much. I'm just gonna look at Ben really quickly to see what I need in order to make sure that the Zoom folks can follow me around the room.
So how do you want the online folks to participate?
So can you go first at this table, and then at that table, and then at that table, and then at that table?
Okay, so you want to start with this table?
No, can we start with this table?
Okay. Okay, we're having some sound issues. Hey, Michael, we're going to start with this table, so I can do a close shot of that.
the best we got, I think. Folks on Zoom, if you can see my shadowed self. This table here is laden with paper and a bowl of water. I'm going to ask Joanne to pour in a little water from this vessel, which contains our water communion water. Over here is paper, folks on Zoom. I want you to imagine that you are holding this paper in your hand. Joanne, you're going to have to do it for him. And rip a piece of it off. Go ahead, rip a piece off, Joanne. There we go. Wasn't that satisfying? Now go ahead, folks on Zoom. And you can either, if you want to, you can put it in the chat. If you want to, you can say it in the silent sanctuaries of your heart. Put into this paper everything you want to let go of this year. Everything that is not serving you. What don't you need? What have you been carrying with you through 2023 that doesn't need to come into 2024? Now Joanne is going to drown it for you. Over here, there we go. Over here, folks on Zoom, we have a table. It is laden with grapes and bread, gluten-free crackers, and jam. I want to offer this up to you. I want to offer these morsels up to you as food fed from your community. And I want you to imagine that they are everything that feeds you in life. What brings you joy? What connects you? What makes you feel full, not just in body, but in spirit? I offer these things to you, folks on Zoom. And if you want to take a little bite of something in your home, you'd be most welcome. May you be fed this year, and may this community feed you. Over here we have the fire station. Fire is what we're going to use to set forth our intentions. So you can either chat in the chat, you can type in the chat your intentions for this year. What are some small things that you can say? Do you want to be more joyful? Do you want to be more present? Do you want to be more grounded? Not an actual thing that you're going to should on yourself. What do you want to set an intention to be this year? Eli is going to light this candle, and this symbolizes your intentions here on Zoom. And last but not least, during this service, we are going to have a singing station. Eric is going to lead us through hymn number 1011, Return Again. And so folks on Zoom, we're about to play, and Steve's going to play the djembe. And if at any point, folks on Zoom, you want to sing along, you want to sing in a round, you want to sing in harmony, please do so. I invite the folks here to do that so as well. Folks, you are welcome to come to any, all, or none of these tables if you need to let go, fill up, send forth, or center. May the ritual begin.
Return again, return again, return to the home of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the home of your soul. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are, born and reborn again. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are, born and reborn again. Return again, return again, return to the home of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the home of your soul. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are, born and reborn again. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are, born and reborn again. Return again, return again, return to the home of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the home of your soul. Return to who you are, Return to who you are. Return to what you are. Return to where you are. Born and reborn again. Return to who you are. Return to what you are. Return to where you are. Born and reborn again. Return again. Return again. Return to the home of your soul. Return again. Return again. Return to the home of your soul. Return to what you are. Return to what you are. Return to where you are. Born and reborn again. Return to who you are. Return to what you are. Return to where you are. Born and reborn again. Return again. Return again. Return to the flame of your soul. Return again. Return again. Return to the home of your soul. Return again. Return again. Return to the home of your soul. Return again. Return again. Return to the home of your soul. Return to who you are. Return to what you are. Return to where you are. Born and reborn again. Return to who you are. Return to what you are. Return to where you are. Born and reborn again. Return again. Return again. Return to the home of your soul. Return again. Return again. Return to the home of your soul. Return Return to who you are. Return to what you are. Return to where you are. Born and be born again. Return again, return again, return to the home of your soul.
We are of the water. May we be cleansed of that which is not serving us. We are of the earth. May we be filled with everything that we need. We are of the fire. May our collective intentions light a beacon for more love and hope in the new year. And we are of the air. May our collective voices be the breath of love and justice in the world. Happy 2024. I'm glad to have arrived here with all of you.
Now you are invited to rise and body your spirit and join in singing hymn number 350, The Ceaseless Flow of Endless Time. Please repeat after me. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of hope. The warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
So go forth and greet the year, not with an intention to lose weight or to change your body, but to cherish that it is the vessel through which you get to experience creation and to treat it well, feed it and move it if you can. Go forward, not with the intention to do more work, but to fill your life with purpose and meaning and tasks that create joy and love on the earth. Go forward, not with the intention to join more committees, although you should, but to do the work of building beloved community within and beyond these walls. Blessed be and amen. Go in peace, return in love.